We ready? Start. Section 167, Item 8 of the Sea Customs Act 1878 provides that if any goods, the importation of which is for the time being prohibited or restricted by or under Chapter 4 of the Act, which chapter includes Section 19, be imported into India contrary to such prohibition or restriction, such goods shall be liable to confiscation, and any person concerned in such importation shall be liable to a penalty not exceeding 3 times the value of the goods or not exceeding 1000 rupees. By Section 183 of this Act, it is provided, whenever confiscation is authorized by this Act, the officer adjudging it shall give the owner of the goods an option to pay in lieu of confiscation such fine as the officer thinks fit. The Imports and Exports Control Act 1947 by Section 3(1) empowers the central government by an order to make provision for prohibiting, restricting, or otherwise controlling the import, export, carriage, coast-wise or shipment as ships, stores of goods of any specified description. Subsection 2 of that section provides that all goods to which any order under subsection 1 applies shall be deemed to be goods of which the import or export has been prohibited or restricted under section 19 of the Sea Customs Act 1878, and all the provisions of that act shall have effect accordingly. 1152, except that section 183 thereof shall have effect, as if for the word shall the word may are substituted. The petitioner imported certain goods, the import of which had been prohibited by central government under section 3(1) of the Imports and Exports Control Act by an order of the Collector of Customs made under section 167 item 8 of the Sea Customs Act. These goods were confiscated and a penalty of rupees 1000 was imposed on the petitioner. The petitioner challenged the validity of this order. Section 3(2) of the Imports and Exports Control Act 1947 does not offend Article 14 of the Constitution. It does not by its own force give any discretion to the customs authorities at all, and its only effect is to apply the Sea Customs Act 1878 to certain cases. Section 183 of the Sea Customs Act 1878 does not authorize confiscation of goods. It assumes that a power to confiscate under other provisions of the Act exists. It is not a statutory provision in two parts, with regard to which it may be said that one part offends Article 14 while the other part does not. The section contains only one statutory provision. Section 167, Item 8 of the Sea Customs Act 1878 does not offend Article 14 of the Constitution. 1957 May 16. The judgment of the court was delivered by Sarkar by a notification dated March 16, 1953. The Government of India gave general permission to all persons to import into India from certain countries any goods of any of the descriptions specified in the schedule annexed to the notification. Among the goods specified in the schedule were the following: iron and steel chains of all sorts accessible under item 6328 of the Indian Customs Tariff, excluding chains for automobiles and cycles, whether cut to length or in rolls. 1153. The petitioner is an importer of goods. He states that relying on the notification mentioned above, he placed an order with a company in Japan sometime in August 1953 for the supply of certain goods called in the trade Jeep chains. Stop.